I purposely didn't full send it. I should have known. I should have fucking known. Welcome back, real ones, to season 2 of Not Gonna Lie, a Wave original brought to you by CVS Health. I'm your host, Kylie Kelce, and if you're new to the show this season, here's pretty much everything you need to know about me. I have a bunch of kids, a whole horde of children, 4 girls to be exact, and no, we don't need to try for a boy, so suck my ass. My husband played for the Eagles for 13 years, but please, dear God, do not call me a wag. And I'm officially in year 2 of this podcast where I talk about wiping kids' butts, issues important to women, and I get to speak to people that I have absolutely no business speaking to. Now, you might be wondering, what's going to change in season 2? Fucking nothing, including the way I speak. Which, of course, brings me to the first point. Queen Emma is rage baiting me with a brand new swearing complaint here. Why do the Kelce family swear so much? At least Trevor and Kylie do. First of all, who the fuck's Trevor? If you mean Travis, my brother-in-law, you're fucking right, we do. Also, just keep scrolling. You literally don't. I really cannot emphasize this enough. Once you interact with the content, you're going to continue getting the content. And then you're going to continue getting me and Trevor swearing our asses off. Coming up on our season 2 premiere, since it's our first episode of 2026, I'm going to share my ins and outs for this year. And spoiler alert, giving a fuck is definitely out for a second year in a row. Feels good. After that, I flew all the way out to LA to sit down with today's guest. And I'd do it again, which is really saying something. She's a multi-platinum superstar with some of the best pop hits ever. Guys, it's Demi Lovato. What? I know. I'm confused too. But before we get to all that, let's start off with our NGL announcements. First up, the real ones might have already seen the news. I'm going to the Winter Olympics. And not only am I going, NGL is going. Yep. Squad. Roll out. Appropriate usage. Okay. We're going to be taping 2 Olympic episodes right from Milan. This is... The first one comes out February 19th. Queen Emma wants to know if I'm excited for Milan. That exhale you heard just a few words ago was me. I regularly have an experience on this podcast, similarly to announcing that we have interviewed Demi Lovato for this episode and all of the other guest announcements that we had the absolute pleasure of doing in season 1. When I say the sentences, my brain is like, that was such a dumb sentence. That was silly. Events I'm looking forward to the most. I'm very, very excited to watch slope style snowboarding because I have personal investment now. You'll see. I am very excited to watch ice skating because I could never. And speaking of the Winter Olympics and the things that I've teased now, we've been busy the past few weeks shooting 2 new episodes of FAFO with the help of YouTube, NBC, and some badass Olympians. I know, silly sentence. Okay, you'll be able to watch me learn to curl. Yep, we went all the way to South Dakota, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and we got to learn how to curl. It was incredible. That episode of FAFO is coming out on February 3rd on YouTube. And I just got back from taping the second one in Aspen. That's right. I returned to the scene of the crime. If you know, you know. I got to meet with Jamie Anderson, who was incredible. You'll be able to watch me eat shit countless times. We're literally going to have an eat shit counter. So just stay tuned for fun. All right, that's it for our NGL announcements. And now, in honor of my mother-in-law's debut on Traitors, I'm going to attempt to recap it, which probably isn't going to go well because I don't watch reality television. And I didn't quite get around to watching all of the episodes yet that have been released. But in an attempt to be doing this in a timely manner, I do know how it went. Small disclaimer, I'm about to talk about traders, and I am not going to edit myself. So if you have not watched yet, which I suggest you do, maybe skip ahead. So what are my takeaways? She was a traitor. Oh my God. Can I tell you? There are so many things. Like, if someone was like, guess what happened? Not in a million. I don't know why that didn't even cross my mind that was a possibility. I genuinely couldn't tell you. I don't know why that wasn't a possibility in my brain. Maybe it's because of like her naturally sweet disposition. I was like, she wouldn't. As if it's a choice. That's not how that works. And Donna was a traitor. I'm not over this. And it's going to take me a while to get over it. I will say this. I have seen the clip many times now on my doom scroll of Donna's exit, which is when they put you on the little circle on the floor, and because everyone voted and said the most votes were for Donna, we think she's the traitor. And she stood on the little circle on the floor, and then it's basically the person's opportunity to reveal right before they leave whether or not they were faithful or a traitor.
Meeting every single one of you.
And her little speech right there.
On that note, I think I'm gonna go, but
you nailed that, Donna. You nailed that so hard. And she does like the dramatic turn and walk off when everyone else is celebrating. You can see her in the back of the clip, like turn and walk out of the doorway. Guys, she nailed that. I have not gotten a chance to talk to Donna about it yet. Because I didn't watch the full episode. I want to make sure that I can dive into a full celebration of Donna's accomplishments. And my understanding is that there's some things that I have not seen in the clips, like challenges that she was involved in, that I would like to know before I text her about it. I mean, is she going to receive a whole paragraph? At minimum. But from what I've seen, she was a traitor. And she fucking nailed it. Next up, Doom Scroll of the Week. Doom Scroll of the Week is brought to you by Olipop, a new kind of soda. First up on Doom Scroll, my algorithm has informed me of a new Gen Z trend called the swag gap. And I feel personally victimized. Queen Emma, the clip, please.
The swag gap is a very real thing to me, and it's something that I think about very frequently, like way more often than I probably should, if I'm being honest. But like, how could I pull up somewhere in an outfit like this, like low bun action, cute sunglasses, hoop earrings? Are you seeing these shoes, cargo pants? Like, how could I be wearing something like this and then show up with a guy who's in flip-flops and a vest?
I can confirm it does exist. I am the one bringing the team down. It's me. It's not my husband. My husband, he's the one who's got the swag. When Jason and I first started dating, Jason would wear V-neck plain t-shirts. It was this same idea of, if I like it, I'll just buy it in another color. That was Jason's MO. He would just wear the exact same shirt in a different color. And let me tell you, it hugged the biceps. It hung off the shoulders nicely, and it also emphasized like how it looked good. My husband, when we first started dating, disliked suits so badly. But now, because he has to sit the desk on Monday nights and he has to be a little more professional, he's wearing a suit on a very regular basis. And let me tell you something. Don't ever ask yourself why we have 4 kids. You know? That's self-explanatory. Turn on ESPN on Monday night. I said what I needed to say. Now, the swag gap for clothing is one thing. He clearly has like a cooler swag to the way he dresses. Swag in general, like overall swag, we've seen him dance, guys. And I don't even need you to see me dance to know that's a low bar. And I will always knock him down a few pegs when it comes to him thinking he's a good dancer. I mean, I find it cute and endearing, but like we've seen it. Okay. Next, like I said earlier, I just got back from a work trip. So this TikTok really hit close to home. Queen Emma. The side of traveling for work no one warned you about, the pump and dump. Oh, she's dumping. Oh my God, there's so many bottles of milk down the sink. Oh, and crying emojis. Oh, this hurts my soul. Coming from someone who is admittedly a bare minimum supplier. That's what I call myself because that is the truth of my breastfeeding journey. And it has been for all 4 children. Okay. This is not a self-deprecating situation. This is legitimately just me being realistic with how my breastfeeding has panned out for all of my children. That being said, because we are weaning, Finn was, when we were away on the work trip, getting formula bottles. I then had to pump and dump. Now, coming especially from a bare minimum supplier who on a regular basis has been truly deeply disappointed with what was contained within the pump once I took the pump off, to dump out 3 to 4 ounces aside was like a dagger to the heart. It was, first of all, I would have this moment of pride where I was like, oh, and then right down the hotel sink it went. It's sad. I didn't want to get a clogged duct, which everybody knows sucks. I will say one of my biggest tips for clogged ducts, which I think is something that I discovered when I had one with Wyatt. If you have a handheld shower head, you can turn it on the hardest setting possible and the hottest that you can handle it and massage. Yep. I'm saying this out loud for the internet. And I'm going to finish my thought now because it's not going to stop me. You massage it down your boob towards your nipple and then get out of the shower and pump right away, or feed the baby right away. But it would probably work better to pump right away. You're welcome. Finn did finally fully cut a tooth. There is one tooth right at the bottom. And last night she had something in her mouth and I thought for a second that she was cutting a tooth on the top, and I got so sad because if you know, when there is a baby with only 2 teeths, I say teeths for a reason, because if you look at them, they're not teeth. That would be ridiculous. They're teeths. Everybody knows that. Right at the bottom. I genuinely, it is a phase I am not ready to miss out on our 4th kid. But also, stay away from my nipples. Anyway, the last thing on Doom Scroll, we're in the midst of what the kids call, oh, the kids. Oh, God. The kids call dry January, or as I call it, January. Queen Emma, roll it.
I think we earned a beer tonight. I know it's dry January, and I know it's the 8th, but I think we earned a beer tonight. We've been working out really good. We've been working really hard, really busy. And
yeah, he said the 8th. It's the 8th. He said, I know it's the 8th. I know we're only 8 days. I know we're one day over a weekend is what he said. Giving up on dry January on the 8th of January. I mean, you're a quarter of the way there. If Jason were to try it, it depends. It depends. In January, I feel like there are celebrations and people are traveling for playoffs. I feel like January is iffy. But if you picked a different month of the year, maybe like a March. Solid chance. Oh, nope. St. Patty's Day. February has the Super Bowl. Maybe April. I myself have absolutely no feelings about Dry January because I don't drink. There's so many people who will comment on things or even slide into my DMs and be like, I just want to have a wine night with you, or I just want to have a beer with you. I'm so sorry to disappoint you all. But I don't really drink. My go-to at a bar, a fully stocked bar specifically, is always going to be a Shirley Temple. But apparently now I don't even have to leave my house for a Shirley Temple. Yep. I'm just as shocked as you are. Olipop just introduced their brand new flavor, Shirley Temple. Guys, it's like we manifested it. Your inner child will be grinning ear to ear, it says. Stay tuned and I'll try it. That's it for Doom Scroll of the Week, brought to you by Olipop. Now, let's move on to the second annual edition of My New Year's Ins and Outs, brought to you by Intuit TurboTax. Now, this is taxes. Now, I realize this is an older trend. I also realize it's January 15th, and it's late as fuck to be doing this. But guess what? I don't care. We're doing it anyway. Here are my top 5 ins and outs for 2026. Starting with my ins. Number 1, we'll kick it off with something real controversial. Kittens and puppies. That's right. I am definitely looking to add things to our home. Will it be a kitten? Will it be a puppy? If Jason has anything to do with it, it'll be neither. Number 2, not leaving the house. Guys, just let's not. Let's collectively decide not to, and then we won't have to meet each other out. You know what I'm saying? Number 3, mom and dad, no kids time. Okay? Big deal. We got to try for more date nights or maybe a trip together. Who knows? But you know what I do know? I know what came the last time mom and dad went on a no kids trip. So you know what else is in? Contraception. Okay. Number 4, bagel sandwiches. Technically, they've been in every year, but there are a few better ways to start your day than a bagel Sammy, let me tell you. Number 5, flipping the bird. Very in for 2026. Guys, it's the most direct way to just let people know. Okay? Maybe even a double bird, because the more the merrier. Okay? The best part about flipping the bird, it's right there. You're not questioning where you stand with me. Right there. Okay? Fuck it. And I said that with my whole chest. Sometimes it's playful. Sometimes it's serious. That's for you to decide. Bonus ins that just missed the cut. Bugs, because you know I love bug hunts. ADHD, because I can't help that. Turtles, because Queen Emma made this list. And room temperature water. Big in. Big on room temperature water. Maybe it should have been an in. You get it. Outs. Number 1, hard pants. This is the easiest one. I don't even think it needs an explanation. If I have to button them, should I be wearing them? That's a good question to ask yourself. Number 2, crop tops. Cut it out. Stop it. Every brand that is only offering crop tops now, kiss my ass and my belly button, because you can see it. Hi, Patricia. Hello. How are you? Are you good? Are you in for 2026? You're in. You're so in. Beards. Bearded ladies in for 2026. Patricia said that. Crop tops. Can you go lay down? Because I can see your nose. Thanks, lady. Number 3, acting professional. This is an out because over here, we are the most unprofessional professionals you will ever meet. Okay? I have said suck my ass on our sales calls. More than once.
The Not Gonna Lie host, 33, is doing just fine since she was dethroned by her future sister-in-law Taylor Swift as the most viewed guest in New Heights history, she reiterated during her special appearance on the podcast on Wednesday, December 24th. Her husband, Jason Kelce, checked in to see how she's feeling during the show. Great, Kylie, 33, told Jason and his brother, Travis Kelce. Then, the mom of 4, who shares daughters Wyatt, 6, Elliot, 4, Bennett, 2, and Finley, 8 months, with Jason, said that she's always supporting the 14-time Grammy winner, which is why the singer's podcast feat didn't bother her. I'm always cheering on Taylor and everything that she does, Kylie said, adding, so the fact that I finally got dethroned, it was welcomed. Swift made her podcast debut on New Heights on August 13th. She was interviewed by Jason for a 2-hour episode, discussing everything from her love story with Travis to reclaiming her masters. After the Fate of Ophelia singer's appearance, Kylie quickly addressed her dethroning on her own podcast. Officially no longer the record holder for the most watched episode of the other podcast. There's no way it's even close, and I love that for me, Kylie quipped on August 14th. Swift had surpassed Kylie's 8.6 million views from her record-setting September 2023 episode in less than 24 hours. The episode has 24 million views on YouTube to date. It is very entertaining to watch the internet break, Kylie said of seeing the excitement surrounding Swift's appearance on New Heights. It's just crumbling apart, and I love it. I love it, she continued. I love that we know that a day before it releases my interview on the other podcast is going to lose its long-tenured reign as most watched episode, and I welcome that wholeheartedly. Let's drop that sucker down.